Okay guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing another channel message reading for you guys. Just connecting in with spirit. The energy is different because recently I actually, just a lot's been happening. And, so yeah, my environment's a bit different, so, yeah, stay if you feel like you resonate. If you don't, that's okay. Some things could resonate for you, some things couldn't. Um, Also, please bear with me. I'm still getting used to the environment and the energy. So, but yeah, let's just get into it. Always check in with yourself and your guides, and see if it resonates with you. I keep getting this like flip flop energy with my two decks, which is really weird. Like, one minute I'll feel like, oh, I need to use my tarot deck, and then I'm like, no, I need to use my oracle deck. So that's weird, but I started getting like downloads immediately. So I'm just gonna read off some of the things that, oh god, there's hair in my room. Some things that could be significant for you guys, like synchronicities and confirmations. So that was weird. I just heard something. We have loud noises because when I tried to start this, like right before I tried to start this, the first time, there was the cats in the house were getting really loud. Um, So yeah, loud noises, the color red and purple are significant, but also rainbows are significant. Something about beginning again, frogs, toads, crystals, specifically like crystal bracelets, shows, but I'm picking up like lead characters being like female leads, so that could be significant for some of you. Cats, some of you could be feeling a bit under the weather, but like physical symptoms, not really like mentally. It could be mentally, but I'm definitely picking up more like physical, kind of like maybe some allergies or a cold or something. Ants, which is weird, the color blue, um, paint splatters. Some of you could do some art and painting. Tic-tac-toe, and then there was this game that I never played it, but games could be significant. But there was this game that I remember seeing that you were like you like shrank, and then you would run around like, oh god, you would it's kind of, it reminds me of like, it ties into like ants, but there would be like bugs, and like the bugs would be like bigger than you, and I think the objective was to like become like human size again because they got like shrunk and they were like kids. If that resonates, please let me know because I don't know how else to explain it. Yeah, small characters, knitting could be significant, piano, trains and tunnels, and then like caves. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. And the number 7, 43, 13. I've been seeing those numbers a lot. Eights, twos, fives, roses could be significant. 23 and 11. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pull an oracle card, I guess. See how this goes. I don't really know. But yeah, just bear with me, guys. Things are changing in my life, so it's been a lot, you know. So, and I just have to get used to it. But I've been wanting to do another reading, but things have just been so hectic. But okay, spirit guides, highest of the collective, angels, archangels, ancestors, God, thank you. Please come through. What does this collective need to hear? Okay. Oh, pull from the top. That's what I hear. I was gonna shuffle, but we're pulling from the top instead. Dang. 3. Okay. We'll see. Okay, so we have Star Brothers, Water Your Garden, The Void, and then I Remember. So Birds could be significant. I was picking up hawks as well. Interesting. Yeah. Here's the card. And it says Horse energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So I feel like it's just there's a period in time that you're in right now that you are being heavily protected and guided, and things could be a little weird right now, but it is working out for the best, even if you can't understand it. Okay. Yeah, your spirit guides are really coming through and just saying that I'm hearing you're aligned. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation. You're aligned and you're on the right path and you're being heavily protected. So some of you could, and I resonate with this collective, but some of you could be coming out of a really heavy survival mode and also just maybe situations that weren't for the best, whether that be a mental state, situation. I'm picking up living situations as well, relationships, but they're bringing me to talk about this year. So there's been a lot of like shedding because I don't know much about like astrology and stuff, but I do know from what I've heard, obviously do your research if this resonates, it resonates, but there's been a lot of shedding of layers this year for everyone, and letting go of things that are not in alignment or never were in alignment, or situations that you weren't meant to be in necessarily, for some of you. And yeah, there's just been a whole lot of releasing so that you could make room for the things that were aligned with you, meet the right people, even like do the right things. Not saying that like you weren't necessarily, but like sometimes we can feel like off path or like just out of alignment because of certain situations, and you know how that is. But yeah, this whole time you've been heavily protected. Some of you, this is like a huge death and rebirth, or like transitioning from one way of being to another. I'm also picking up like exercise. Some of you could be going to the gym. I know it's towards the end of the year, so maybe some of you are thinking of like New Year's resolutions and stuff. Yeah, that ties into this card. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, you're really, I feel like some of you, most of you, I'm not saying, okay. Sorry. But like a lot of you are moving towards taking care of yourself more, with this water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. So this is a period really coming out of this state of survival where your guides are like, okay, you did all that, the battle's over, let's rest. Like let's get back into resting, taking care of yourself, doing things for you. I'm holding my hand, I know you guys can't see it, but I'm holding my hand over my gosh, what's the second chakra from the bottom up? Sacral and solar plexus energy. And also heart chakra could be significant. So yeah, there was a lot of healing, there's a lot of releasing that needed to be done before you could kind of like, I guess, like come into this state or this flow of being, this way of being, because there was a lot that was blocking certain things. And this isn't to shame you, because healing is a journey, and sometimes we get off path, or we get confused, or we feel lost, or we just have situations in life that are difficult to handle and deal with and process, and it's a lot. Life is a lot sometimes, and so yeah, they're just like, okay, you're done with that. It's new. Like, we're moving you into a safer place, safer environment, even safer mindset, safer way of thinking, of healing, of nurturing yourself so that you can recover. Because oftentimes when we are in survival mode for so long, it can become like difficult to even take care of ourselves, so yeah, it's just really taking care of yourself, maybe doing things that you weren't able to do before, like money could be significant, like money, financial issues, could have been blocking certain things, certain types of care to get the things that you need, like maybe eating better, um, going to the gym if like a gym around you isn't free, like you have to pay for that, right? Um, and I'm not saying like you can't go on walks or anything. Anyone can do that, right? But it's more of like indulging a bit, but in a way that is necessary for you, because it's good to indulge in certain things when it has to do with self-care, you know. um Maybe not like all the time spending, you know, mass amounts of money if you can't, but you know what I mean. Like, just instead of like going on a walk every day in your neighborhood, maybe you can finally pay for a gym membership, you know, things like that. Getting your nails done, going grocery shopping, eating better. So yeah, it just feels like fasting could be significant as well. I was just talking about that earlier. That's weird. But yeah, just feeling more aligned and being able to take care of yourself a lot more. Um, and this period of rest, I feel like, is really going to just really help you and really move you forward into being able to. Some of you could be struggling with like thinking clearly or being able to understand situations, just because your mind is so like, your mind and your body and your nervous system are so like here that anything besides what you're trying to survive from, um, you know, it's difficult to process and move through and think differently about it. So yeah, really just nurturing your body, nurturing yourself, doing some things that maybe, yeah. So that could be significant. Hmm. Hamburgers could be could be significant. Um, and then yeah, this void card. This feels like before you start to move towards everything that you've been wanting to do. It's like it's really like a time to just take care of yourself and think. Because if you're still operating from a place of survival ways of thinking, then it can really put you in a place of, I'm picking up like a feeling of like being lost, or like struggling with understanding of how things are supposed to be or where you're supposed to go, because you're still operating from that survival mindset, you know. um I'm picking up like there could be something about baths as well, or like spending time in nature. um White flowers could be significant. I'm hearing like praying as well. You could be praying a lot, looking up at the stars, just really trying to balance and honor yourself. And then this I remember card, yeah, this feels like it says soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So yeah, it just feels like you're being ultimately more aligned to what you were supposed to be aligned with, but you know, because life happens, situations happen, you know, not being able to take care of ourselves, because this is real life and we live in a, the world is kind of crazy. That's all I'm going to say, you know. And so it can be really difficult for us to stay aligned sometimes, because life, that's it, life. And so it just feels like through this nourishment, through this ease, and like transitioning into this more ease filled, maybe environments really coming up, which I resonate with that as well. But you know, like environments or just places to go, people to be around. That's interesting. I'm holding my hands like this, so definitely prayer. Um, it's really going to be helpful for you to just breathe, like let go of some things that you don't need to carry on to anymore, so that you can rest, you can rejuvenate, you can reset. Excuse me, confirmation. Reset your body, and then kind of, okay, you took some time, you took some rest, now we can move into something. But it doesn't feel like, I'm picking up like the idea of time, like, or like feeling like a clock is ticking, like you're running out of time, like you're not gonna make it. And here's something that always helps me is, and you know, take this if it resonates, because I feel like I don't know, but something that I always say to myself when I feel like I'm running out of time, or I feel like the world is just so overwhelming and, you know, like you can't figure out things, or it's just too much. Don't don't sabotage you resting because, one, maybe it's uncomfortable and you don't do it often, but also because you feel like you're running out of time. And running out of time, feeling like you're running out of time, I feel like it comes from a lot of societal pressures and the expectation that you need to be a certain place at your life and be in a certain environment and be in like a certain situation, and, you know, like at the age of like 25 have like 5 businesses, a wife and kids, like that kind of like sort of like ideology or societal standard. I don't obviously, like, fit that how that's been projected onto you, but it's just yeah, it can make us really feel anxious and confused and out of place when we do things differently, and we have to do things differently because of, either family situations, just environments, growing up a certain way, um, just experiences as a whole that shape us. It can be really lonely and confusing when you feel like everyone's ahead of you and you're not on the right path and you're doing the wrong thing. So just be kind to yourself and take it easy and understand that even if things look scary, even if it feels like you're running out of time, know that you're not. You're not running out of time, because it's going to align with you when it's meant to align with you. It's going to make sense when it's supposed to make sense. You're going to end up every time in the exact place where you're supposed to. You're never going to miss anything that is for you. If that makes sense. So don't we already have enough pressure from society and, loved ones and friends, and, obviously have compassion for them as well, but um, ultimately also have compassion for yourself, because you can't expect everything to be like you can't expect to have your like all figured out or be on the exact path that, Bob is on over there. You know what I mean? That's just a random name, but you know what I mean? Like, don't compare your path and your truth and your authenticity and your experiences to other people in a way that's harmful. So, yeah, that could resonate. Don't when I say these things, don't ever feel forced as well. Like forced to believe or forced to understand and apply this to your life if it doesn't resonate, or even if it does resonate, you don't have to apply my words exactly to how your life works out, but I try to explain it in the best way I can. Um yeah, so that's that for that. Okay. Yeah, I thought I was gonna do tarot, but maybe not. Yeah, I'm seeing the Death card and the Tower card that could be significant, and Temperance. So yeah, it just feels like you're transitioning out of a way of being after doing all this work, all this releasing, and aligning to a more aligned path for you. You cannot make this up, bro. You cannot make this up. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my god. I needed this confirmation myself. What was I just talking about? Timing, bro. Trust the timing. Oh my goodness. I'll read it first. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Oh my god. Y'all see that? Oh my god. That's amazing. And yeah, just don't be so hard on yourself. Don't just enjoy life as well. Like, we're here to not, it's not just about struggles and pain and suffering and it sometimes it can be overwhelming. That can get overwhelming, and it's okay that it gets overwhelming. But even if it's something small, like, try to enjoy your life as well, like, take care of yourself, do things that are fun, spend time with people that make you feel cherished. You know what I mean? Like, because this card came out, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. What a great way to end this. That was such a good reading, like, to do when I come back. That's so awesome. Just try to relax, and if you can't, find something that will help you do it, like, somatics could be significant as well. If you don't know what that is, research it. It's like a body exercise that really just calms your nervous system, so that could be significant. I know a lot of the times we can feel pressured as well, just feeling pressure in general from other people, or things like needing to be a certain way because your path or our path, and like, because a lot of people are on different paths, but like different paths than the normal, like, yeah, to take that if it resonates. But sorry, can we get one more card, please? What does this collective need to know? Thank you. Yeah. And then we have action, follow your intuition before it makes sense, baby steps. So yeah, just trusting yourself, trusting your path, aligning with things that are meant for you, and not putting so much pressure on yourself to be like everyone else, or understand like everyone else, or do things like everyone else, So I think that's the end of the message. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I got this kind of like janky setup right now. It's kind of silly, but yeah, I'm just grateful, and I hope the holidays were good for everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And if you don't celebrate Christmas or whatever you celebrate, or did celebrate, I just hope it was good, and I hope you spent it with people who really care for you, and if not, then I hope you were able to treat yourself in some way. So yeah, just be kind to yourself, keep going, and yeah, you're on the right path, you're in alignment, you guys got this. I love you. Bye bye.